What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Let me position my camera stands here before I start talking. I see that a lot of people, when it comes to certain opinions that people have, some of us may feel away. Today, we're gonna talk about life a little bit. We're gonna talk about the reality of us as human beings when we go through things. It's okay. It's okay. And the reality is, a lot of us don't understand life is not over when you're going through things. The question is, how do you deal with life when you're going through pain, when you're going through struggles, when you're going through personal situations that some of us may not want to discuss, right? Because as you get older in life, you're going to realize that a lot of things change. Your friends, your finances, your emotions, your perspective on life, and your choices and decisions, right? So as we move forward today, we're going to talk about how to deal with going through life. For some of you, as you guys know, I'm a wealth coach, life coach, an individual that grew from 40,000 a year to becoming a seven-figure millionaire. And my goal is to not just talk about money, is to talk about the other aspects of life that you have to deal with other than money. Because a lot of you need to understand wealth is not just about money. It's also about the mindset. It's also about how you deal with your everyday life. It's also about, are you self-disciplined? How is your emotions, your mental health? A lot of you don't understand in this world today, we got a lot of people going through things that you could never imagine. And the sad part is a lot of us, we tend to hold it in when we go through things. I want you first and foremost to understand guys, that in life, everybody goes through something. A lot of you sometimes don't believe it's true, but just because it's not financial struggles that you're probably going through, or relationship struggles that some of you are probably going through, or personal issues, some people are going through medical issues. Everybody has issues that they're dealing with. See, what makes the difference is how you deal with the issues that you're dealing with. Brutus, what's going on, baby? A lot of you need to understand in life, it's never going to be an easy path to just growing and living every day. You're going to go through hurdles. You're going to go through bad days. You're going to go through financial struggles. You're going to go through times where you're losing money. You're going to go through times where nothing is making sense. That's a part of life. The problem is I learned that a lot of us, we don't know how to deal with that. The question is, how do you cope with life? But we also got this other set of life which is funny to me, where a lot of grown adults feel, I'm not talking to nobody. I'm not going to get help. I'm not going to talk to my friends. I'm not going to talk to my family. I'm not going to talk to anybody that's close to me, whoever that somebody may be. The problem is in life, everybody should have somebody that they could vent to openly without judgment. I think that's problem number one we need to focus on. And make it an answer. And you got to understand where I'm going with this, because if you don't have somebody you can talk to when you're going through things, that means you're holding all these emotions, all these struggles mentally, financially, medically to yourself. You have to have somebody that you trust. The key word is trust. A person that's loyal, that you trust, that you can talk to about certain things. As you guys see, this individual named, Twitch. Imagine a DJ of Ellen DeGeneres, one of the most prolific shows, highest view count across many stations. He was going through things. He lost some money. When you look at this DJ Stephen Twitch, as they call him, he lost money by putting all his life savings from what they're stating in NFTs and cryptos. And as you guys know, when it comes to FTX, the founder / creator has officially been arrested in Bahamas and is being extradited to United States of America. This guy has lost anywhere from, and the numbers are still not clear yet, this brother has lost anywhere from 18 to $32 billion of people's dollars, hard-working dollars, investors' dollars, from what I believe I'm reading here is this DJ, Stephen Twitch, invested a lot of money into crypto and through FTX. For whatever reason, somebody told him he should go through FTX. And he lost his money. When he lost his money, somehow, intrinsically, he felt the best decision was to take his life. What we got to realize is mental health is real, people. People are going through things. Some people are going through physical abuse. Some people are going through verbal abuse. Some people are going through mental abuse. And that mental abuse is them fighting their own self. There should never be a point in life. Anita, what's popping, baby? There should never be a point in life where you take your life for paper. Money is just a tool that gives you a lifestyle. I'm not just talking about this brother here. I'm talking in general. Because we got to all understand something today. We all got problems. All of us have problems. Everybody's going through something. Right now, I got $500,000, roughly $500,000, maybe $600,000. I'm down in the stock market. Everybody's going through things. Nobody's health is perfect. Nobody's life is perfect. But how you deal with it makes a difference. Who you talk to about it makes a difference. This is the first time in life I think it's important to understand. First thing you need to understand when you're going through things in life, it's important to vent to somebody who's an expert in that particular area that you have a weakness in. I think that's very important. You need to talk to somebody. If you feel uncomfortable to talk to your wife, or if you have a husband or your boyfriend or girlfriend, talk to somebody you trust. Somebody that's unbiased, that's not going to judge you based on what you're about to disclose to them. Because some of you have this thing, I don't got no friends, I don't talk to people. That's a problem when you're going through things in life and you have nobody to talk to based on the area that you have a weakness in. Because you got to understand, you're weak in that area. You need somebody that has the strength to give you the vision in that particular area. A lot of you think that when people go through things, it's always financial. No. Do you know how many millions of Americans have health issues right now? Do you know how many millions of Americans are going through things that you just can't understand? The things that people are going through is not always finances, not always money. Sometimes it's learning even how to make the right choice. There is grown adults today that battle within themselves, learning how to make decisions. They don't know how to make the right decisions for their life. Every decision they make is based on emotion. Okay, I'm going to just do it. That's a problem. You know, I never thought in life that life would get this far, but we are in a point of life where therapists, psychologists, they're very valuable right now. The problem with a lot of us is that a lot of us don't want to invest into therapists or psychologists, or we don't want to invest the time into people to get us in the right direction. As you guys can see behind me, the stock market is down. And it's not going to stop going down. Anybody knows Bitcoin? Bitcoin was at 68,000. Was at, what, 15.8 a couple weeks ago. It might hit 9,000. And it might keep even going even further. While some of you are letting financial problems bother you, you got to understand. The truth is, money comes and goes. Money comes and goes, people. You're never going to stop making and spending money. Name one person in life that you know that don't spend money. There is no person in life that don't spend money. Because there's always bills no matter what you're going through in life. Anita just posted, she says, I'm definitely battling with making the right decisions. I can admit that I'm scared because I was reckless when I was young. People, just so you can see what people are going through. But again, she has a thing of, she's trying not to make mistakes, which she doesn't understand. The world is full of mistakes. You can't live without making mistakes. That would mean you're living in a world of perfection, which doesn't exist. Nobody's perfect. Everybody loses money. Everybody sometimes make money based on what they're good at, if they're mastered their craft. Sometimes people may not make as much money as the next person. But one thing we got to understand in life, we all got bills. We all go through things. And I've learned that as people get older, they have a hard time balancing bills, friends, decisions, choices, relationships, problems at home, problems with their kids at school, problems in real life, problems at work. People in life, you got to understand. Problem number one is you don't have nobody that you're venting to. If you don't have a best friend, if you don't have a close friend, if you don't have a close person you can converse with, it's imperative you take time to understand there is workshops based on the issue you have. And a lot of them are free, where people just like you are trying to figure out how to solve their problem publicly among a private group. The reason I'm saying this is because a lot of you don't understand. Just because you're going through things, that doesn't mean life is over. That's what this is about today. We all go through things, but life is not over. At the end of the day, people, you got to be able to take time to be thankful for the good days of life, the good moments, the good minutes of every breath that you breathe every single day, every breath of fresh air that you take in every day. A lot of you forget the simplicity of life because you're so focused on all the negativity of life. Oh my God, I'm not married yet. Oh my God, I don't have kids. Oh my God, my bills. Oh my God, look at my body. Oh my God, you're alive. Oh my God, you got a job. Oh my God, you don't have cancer. Oh my God, your kids are healthy. People focus on the positives sometimes. I really prefer all the time, but a lot of you don't understand how important that is. You know, to hear this brother Twitch, this DJ Twitch from Ellen DeGeneres show, kill himself over losing millions of dollars through crypto and NFT, probably through, of course, the FTX crumble that just happened. Billions of Americans have lost a lot of money because of Sam Friedman. And this is why I say to a lot of you, when I'm giving you my perspective on certain things, I'm giving it to you in a form where I've done my due diligence. I'm not doing it based on trying to make money off you. I'm doing it based on what would I do in first person point of view. Because even when we look at crypto, one of the crypto platforms I always kept saying you guys should buy all your crypto on is what? Coinbase. What is the most expensive fees that you could possibly pay? What platform? Coinbase. And I did a full video telling you I don't care. Because at the end of the day, I already seen what Coinbase is doing. Coinbase is trying to work hand in hand with the government. That's why if you make a certain amount of money, over a certain amount of money, you get taxed if you're leveraging Coinbase. Some platforms you probably get away with it. And this is why a lot of you, you're always trying to penny pinch in the wrong areas. Oh, I don't want to spend money. Let me save money here. Let me go to FTX. Or let me go to crypto. Let me go to this website here. Let me go to this no-name. People, you're talking an unregulated market. Meaning they don't even have to email you back or respond if they don't want to. What that tells me is if that's the case, if I'm going to take a risk like that and buy a certain asset class called crypto, I want the best platform there is to buy crypto. I'm not buying it through Robinhood. I'm not buying it through no other platform except Coinbase. Because Coinbase is the strongest by theory when it comes to releasing people's funds, even though when you sell your crypto, sometimes they have 3-4 day delays, and they're very professional with how they do it. And their communication service has been amazing, their customer service. They tell you what day the money will be ready on their site. You don't even have to call them. It's already on their site. Very organized, simple system that tells you how things work. Again, I want you guys to understand, we spoke about the first way of dealing with life issues. When you're going through life, things are not going as planned, even if it's in business, your personal life, talk to somebody that you trust. Call a professional, maybe a therapist, maybe a psychologist, based on the issues you're having. Number 2, this solution to me that I'm about to talk about is very important to dealing with life. A lot of grown adults, even young kids, you don't have hobbies. I can't tell you how many people I sit down with that don't have hobbies. They don't go out, play sports. They don't go to the gym. They don't go to the park. They don't do nothing as a hobby. So let me get this right. Let me paint a picture of what your life looks like by theory. Work, home with your kids, sleep, work. Home with your kids, sleep, work. With that triangle you got going on, at what point do you enjoy freedom? At what point do you enjoy happiness? I like to go to restaurants. I like to travel, which I have reduced. Actually, I'm increasing my traveling next year. I like to try things. I'm always at a slushy spot, I tell you that. Shout out to Jeremiah's, Cecilia's. I love me some goddamn ices, boy. I'm telling you. I'm like a big motherfucking kid when it comes to ices. And my little man, he loves some fucking ices, so we always grabbing ices. I tell you that. He do good in school. He don't understand. He ain't the only one that wanted to go there. I'm ready to go there too. I like how this brother Savage _PMO says he like to go fishing. I got my bikes in my garage. My whole family, we got bikes. Sometimes we take walks around our block and just crack jokes and talk and walk around with a basketball. Sometimes we go play tennis. People, you need hobbies as a grown adult to fixing some of the imbalance some of you have to why you stress. You need hobbies. That's number 2. Number 3, you need to change your circle. Some of you hang with nothing but negative people who do nothing for you, nothing for themselves, and you're wondering, why are you not growing? The reason you're not growing, the reason they're not growing is because there's nothing to grow off of. Number 3 reason and number 3 way to fix the imbalance of when you're going through hard times in life, you need to be around positive people. I can't tell you how many times I've talked about this. Some of you are still hanging with negative people who don't do nothing, who are very jealous, who bring no value to your life. How many times does a person need to hear the same thing? The reason a lot of us are going through things is because we don't have nobody to talk to, because we have this individualistic mindset. Oh, I want to be to myself. I don't want to talk to nobody. I'm going to just do me. Keep doing you. And this is what's happening. People killing themselves every day because you want to do you. You don't want to talk to nobody. You don't want to vent to anybody. You don't want to express yourself to a professional, psychologist, a therapist. These people went to school for a reason. This is what they majored. This is what they expertise. This is their expert area in. A lot of you don't understand what an experienced person does. They have done it over and over and over and over. And now they have become an expert in that particular area. So when you look at a therapist, when you look at a psychologist, in the world that we have mental health issues, the way a lot of people have it nowadays, you need to go to these professionals. That's what they do. The same way you could go buy a $1,200 iPhone, you could go spend $300 on a therapist or a psychologist. The same way you could go buy $1,000 purse, you could go spend $300 on a therapist or a psychologist. The same way you could spend $300 on some pair of shoes, the same way you could spend $300 on a therapist or a psychologist. Because a lot of y'all going through things and y'all lying to yourself by trying to act like it's all good and it's not. And y'all holding that emotional stress in. And then when y'all finally explode, the way that some of y'all explode is not, you know what? It's not a verbal explode. Let me shoot myself in the head. That's the explosion. Let me take my life. That's the explosion. People, when you do things like this, do you understand how many other people you hurt when you do things like this? When you take your life? I love how Savage_PMO just said this. We spoke about three things so far. One is I spoke about getting hobbies. We're talking about how do you deal with life imbalances? How do you deal with the stress of life? It doesn't have to be financial. It could be medical. It could be emotional. It could be mental. Some of you don't understand. You need hobbies. Some of y'all are doing motherfucking thing. Work, sleep, take care of your kids. Work, sleep, take care of kids. That's why you're always stressed. You don't have hobbies. No gym. Go watch a basketball game. You don't like to eat ices like how I like to eat ices. I probably know every goddamn ice cream spot. Let me tell you how much I love ices, okay? Rita's, Cecilia's icy, okay? Jeremiah's, okay? I love me some motherfucking ices. So once my little man be good in school, oh, we going to get ices. And he think it's just for him. I'm ready. I'm ready. People, you got to enjoy life. And ices, what you got to say? Oh, you got money? People, ices is $2, $3. The problem with y'all is y'all don't know when to stop being cheap. That's another problem with a lot of y'all. Some of y'all like to be cheap in all the wrong areas. You want to be tight with your money in areas that should be bringing you happiness. You want to be tight with your money in areas that should be bringing you freedom. This is why a lot of you are not happy with your personal life right now. And you're going through things and you don't want to talk to nobody, but you act like everything is all good. I love when I see people online posting their relationships all day. A lot of that shit be BS. A lot of it be BS. Then a year later, 2 years later, you hear a divorce. People, life ain't always as it seems to be, especially on social media. Social media is a facade. When you see people posting things consecutively, repetitively, it ain't never that sweet. And this is why I'm always telling a lot of you as grown adults, none of us are perfect. We're all going through things. Some of us financial. Some of us have medical issues. Shit, not even some of us. Everybody got a goddamn medical issue. Now, some of you may say, no, that's not true. So you're telling me you're a grown adult. There's nothing wrong with your body that you need some type of medical attention, even if it's a medical product. Listen to me clearly, okay? Some men have ingrowing hair. Some people like to have, some people's bodies are prone to cysts. Some people have BV issues, pH imbalances. I battle with cholesterol, okay? Eating greasy food since I was fucking, 36? Since I was damn near 20, what? Finally, I was 28. I started realizing my health is important. I didn't care about my health years ago. I just started realizing how important eating the right things matter. I didn't care about my health. I didn't understand the importance of health. I battle with cholesterol. Everybody battles with something. Some people are bald. They're dealing with the fact that their hair is starting to thin out. So they go get these laser treatments and then they finally say, F it, I'm going to go bald. Some people have skin issues when they reach their 40s. Everybody has issues. Some people got a brother that can't stop getting drunk. Some people got family members who are gamblers and that gambler keep calling them. Some people are going through mental issues. Some people have a hard time making decisions. Some people have a hard time picking the right choice. Some people have a hard time being loved. Everybody goes through issues. No matter who you are. For a lot of you, I thought I'd share this. And the top ways to deal with it, like I said, get positive people around you. That's one. Two, talk to somebody you trust. If it's a friend, a best friend, a close friend, a family, a person that's distant, a person you love, a person that you could trust, or if you want to go the professional route, therapists, psychologists. These people have went to school, and the reality is they went to school for the issues you have. The problem a lot of us don't understand is that, number three I spoke about was that hobbies is so important as you get older. All of us were fighting some type of fight. It could be a financial fight. It could be a fight to have better health. It could be a fight to lose weight. It could be a fight to be a better person. It could be a fight to one day be loved. You'll be surprised how many people are fighting for love right now. You'll be surprised how many millions of people are fighting for love. Wish they could they'll let everything go if they could just have somebody love them. That's it. That's all they want is love. You realize, I met a guy a couple days ago. This guy has millions of dollars. He says to me, sometimes money isn't everything. I said, I know what you mean, but go a little bit deeper. He says, I have a lot of money and I'm still not happy. This guy's probably worth $12 million. He said, I wish I knew, listen to what he said. I wish I knew how to care more. I would replace caring more for a lot of the money that I have any day. Bobby, I care so much. I love money so much. I forget to care for the people that help me get the money. And those people he's talking about is his employees. And this is great to see. I wish he would have went live with me, but he doesn't feel comfortable, he says. Guy worth $12 million. We're having a conversation. He says to me, he wished he could give money back to have more caring, more affectionate features of life. Because he said, Bobby, I've always been a horrible boss. I've always been a rough landlord. All I cared about was money. He's like, now I'm 60, I think he said 65. I'm single, and nobody wants to be with me. I'm in a lonely place. You see? And a lot of you don't understand. While some of you are so scared to talk to people who have a lot of money. Oh my God, this person has a lot of money. I don't know what to say. Say the same shit you'll say to that person that don't have a lot of money. There ain't no goddamn difference. The problem is, you got to realize that everybody goes through things. And when you realize that everybody goes through things, it should never be an issue for you to converse with anybody on any level, no matter if they have more money than you or not, because money's not the only thing that people can talk about when you're a relatable type of individual. I thought I'd share this live. Condolences to all the families who have lost loved ones. Condolences to all the individuals who have lost their life through, I must say, controllable situations. Because the reality is a lot of us are going through things. We're holding it in. We're not talking about it to anybody. Because we don't trust people. We don't trust nobody. And we don't understand how much it's hindering us from growing. How much it's hurting our kids. Hurting our grandkids. Because now you got young adults who are growing up with no affection, no love. And you got to understand what causes this. Who's causing this? A lot of it is coming from you as parents. Because you still haven't realized that life will never be perfect. Nobody lives a perfect life. If you believe you live a perfect life, that means you're God. That's the only person in life that lived a perfect life. But for the rest of us, there's going to be imperfection every day. From financial imperfection, you losing money, you making money, you not making enough, you not making as much as this person. You to go through imperfections where you may not have a lot of friends, while this person have a lot of friends. And sometimes a lot of people we could fight that debate. What's more valuable, having a lot of friends or not having any friends? Because I'm going to give you another aspect y'all don't see, right? One day I'll probably have this debate live. I'm so blessed to see that people are putting their problems on my platform right now. I love all of you. And again, there's no judgment. Some of you say, man, I wish I had a lot more friends. Now, I'm going to talk to you in Bobby's point of view. I'm a person that have a lot of friends, a lot of associates. I know a lot of the goddamn people. I'll tell you that. Now I want you to understand too, that's a lot of baby showers. That's a lot of birthday parties. That's a lot of invitations. That's a lot of people you're going to say no to because you cannot make every event. And sometimes people are going to feel away. So sometimes a lot of you are asking for things that you don't understand you're not ready for. Last week alone, I had 4 baby showers in one day. This week, I have 3 weddings. One on Saturday, one tomorrow morning, and one Sunday. For a lot of you that always keep saying, oh, you wish you had a lot of friends, you sure? That's a lot of birthdays. That's a lot of Thanksgiving events. That's a lot of everything. Sometimes you have what you have and it makes sense for you. It's not always the best thing to have a lot of everything. I get a lot of you. You want a lot of money. You want a lot of friends. You want a great relationship. You want a lot of great relationships. Life is never going to be perfect. In a perfect world, you would have what you want. But life's not perfect. So that means you have what you want. Now, the goal is to use it and expand on it. A lot of you don't understand. As you get older, life doesn't get easier. As you make more money, I hope y'all don't underestimate that lifestyle. The only difference is when I started making more money, I don't go through a $1,000 problem. When I take a loss, I take an $80,000 loss, a $50,000 loss. When some of you take a loss, you take a $300 loss. Some of you swear the minute you make more money, all your problems are solved. It's not true. Some of the losses I had to take, some of you would fold if you had to take some of them losses. Because you're not ready. You're not ready. And it's okay. That's why I also have this belief in life that everybody has a certain amount of money for a reason. You ever seen that friend that you see that he's blowing or she's blowing the $40, $50, $60, $70,000 they make a year? You could imagine giving them $1 million. What would they do with it? That's why I say a lot of money ain't good for everybody. Some people, it's good to keep them right at $40,000, $50,000, $60,000. Because giving them more money would magnify who they are and just make them worse. If you have a spending problem making $50,000, you definitely gonna have a spending problem making $1 million a year. Because you ain't gonna know how to handle yourself. You don't have discipline. I want to say this, man. I think sometimes too, a lot of us need to take time to sometimes check on your friends, man. Check on your friends, check on your loved ones. Just send in a text sometime. Hey, what's up? What's going on? Hey, mom, what's up? What's going on? It's okay. A lot of you make it seem like you're so busy. I'm a busy guy, super busy. And I make time for a lot of things. But I put everything in my notes of my phone. The reason I did this live is to have you guys understand, how do you deal with life struggles? How do you deal with going through pain in life? Because some of you just think everything is financial. Let me go get another job. Let me go make more money. Everything is going to be solved. At the end of the day, there's a lot of men, and I'm going to speak for men. There's a lot of grown men going through pain. They don't want to seem weak, so they hold it in. Instead of really disclosing how they feel to their significant other. And I'm going to say this for the fellas. I don't care what culture, what nationality you is. No matter what you're going through in life as a human being, if you're going through some pain, especially as a man, because as men, we're leaders. We're visionaries. We sometimes feel weak when we have to tell somebody about our weakness, whatever that weakness is. But when you got somebody you could trust, a loyal person in your corner, it's okay to vent to that person if that person's not going to judge you. Because sometimes you need to hear from somebody else's point of view how to fix your internal problems. The one thing you don't do is go take your life and think that's going to be a resolution to what's going on in your life, because now you just hurt everybody else. Condolences to DJ Twitch and many other people who have lost their life. Had one of my clients take his life on the highway a month or two ago. It's such a tragic situation. Left kids behind, brother making great money a year, roughly $400,000 a year. He took his life. Just to show you people that, for a lot of you that don't understand, it's just a reality. This brother's making $400,000 a year, one of my clients. He was going through some things in his relationship. He decided to take his life and his baby mother's life. Instead of just simply talking to somebody and saying, you know what, it's not worth it. I want to, of course, have you guys enjoy your afternoon. It's 3 p.m. Eastern Time. It's your boy Bob from MentorMe.com. Appreciate all the love. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you guys want to support me, get on Spotify. It's $10 a month. Feel free to, of course, sponsor me on Spotify. All you got to do is type in Mentor Me or Painful Truth. You will find me. That's a great way to support what you're hearing, all the great information I give you guys every single month. May God bless. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll see you guys on IG or one of these platforms soon. Enjoy your afternoon. Peace. Shouts out in the build, too, man. I'm a dog in the building, man. I'm actually going to be doing personal one-on-ones with this brother, and again, sometimes in life, so many people have given to me, and I think it's time that I start giving back to certain people who really have put their hand out to a whole different degree. Appreciate you, Anita. Appreciate all of you who are on this platform. Savage PMO, Pearl Queen. Pearl Queen also said that she's probably one of my problems. I'm too much of an introvert. Being an introvert is a real problem in business. In personal life, it makes no difference. But being an introvert in business is a real problem because remember, business is all about relationships. And if you're an introvert, that means you don't like to socialize and talk to people. So that means you're going to be doing ventures that require you to be behind the desk, behind a computer. So if that's something you can find a lot of income in, I can't blame you. You could keep being an introvert for the rest of your life. But you also got to realize, too, if you're married or not married, I'm not sure where you're at in life or dating, you got to understand, too, certain types of people are not going to date you because of the constant shyness and introvert type of mentality. Some people don't like that because it's, especially if they're too social. But sometimes they do say opposites attract. So it's a lot of ways to look at Pearl's situation. But again, you guys can always book a session if you want on MentorMe.com, if you want to get a little bit deeper into your personal situation. I'm going to say this, too. I'm here to talk to you. I'm here to help you, just like I've helped a lot of other individuals financially, mentally, and, of course, wealthy. I want you guys to understand, if you need my help, feel free to get on Mentor Me, book a session, and I'll be glad to give you some guidance. Shouts out to the bill. The bill is going to be a special case. This brother has really put his hand out, and I feel he deserves a chance that I have never given any person in life. So I'm going to be blessing the bill. Me and the bill's going to be working side by side next year, probably starting March. And then from there, start going more consistent, probably every week. I want to teach him a gift that I've learned, and in regards to making money. But that some people may say it was $1 million gift, but I want to teach to him because, again, sometimes in life you got to understand, it's not just about the little things you do. It's just the fact that you did it and you tried. And you trying, sometimes people can see the passion. I even invited him to my Thanksgiving because I trust him. I feel comfortable. Shouts out to my boy Nabil. The building, the Middle East, Dubai, and the building people. MentorMe.com. You guys have a great evening.